It's the NFL on EA Sports.
And all eyes are on Drake May.
He comes in third in the league in passing touchdowns. It's the Pats and the Hawks, and it's all up next on EA Sports.
You're getting a look at the most famous building in Foxborough. Opened in 2002, it's Gillette Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense could get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be.
Michael Dixon with the honor of getting us started. And we're off from Foxborough. Antonio Gibson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. So out come the Patriots, ready for their first possession. Leading them out, the third overall pick in this year's draft. After a decorated career at UNC, it's Drake May.
What a wild draft it was back in April. 6 quarterbacks in the top 12, and Drake May, he was number 3 on that list. He was number 3 because this guy's got some tools now. He's big, he's athletic, he's got a brilliant arm, and he's got quite an opportunity with a first-time head coach here in New England.
That's one he knows he should have had. So it's second down coming up. Back to the air, it's May. Diggs there to bring it in. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Here's May to the air. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up. To the air yet again, May. That's to his running back, Antonio Gibson. Decent gain here, but short of the first.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the first down. From the gun, it's May. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a New England first down. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. This is Stevenson heading right. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. May now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Operating from the gun, here's May. Finds him on the crossing route. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Patriots will have a first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He's got it! And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They'll throw it again. And he brings it in for a New England touchdown. The Patriots finish up an excellent opening series. Demario Douglas with the touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
That one splits the uprights. And the Patriots will jump out to a 7-0 lead. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Returns looking good so far. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. So out come the Seahawks for their first offensive possession. And in his 8th season as a QB, he's the one to lead them out.
Nobody came away happy last week, no question about it. Himself, most of all. His team went 0-1, picking up the loss, but he was 0-1. 1 pick, no touchdowns. Not good enough. Defeat not an option this week, and neither is a lack of touchdowns. They intend to rectify both.
And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down. Darnold looking to throw. That's a catch. Jackson Smith and Jigba. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
So many times, Kate, when I see these receiver screens, I think punt return. It's like a punt return. On punt return, it's all about those blocks. The returner's got to catch it, and he's got to feel those blockers in front of him. It's no different on a big play like this with the wide receiver screen.
Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. And he's brought down for a loss. The stop made that time by the rookie from Florida State.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
He lobs it up, looking deep to... Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
4th down punt from the Seahawks, and that means we're going to see Michael Dixon head on to send it skyward. And the fair catch made here at the 15. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Patriots will be backed up pretty deep to start the drive. To the air on 1st down, May. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there when you saw the field. It's going to be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Julian Love bringing that one to an end. And the Seahawks adding an extra DB here. 3rd down coming. To throw, here's May. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up 4th down.
So many coaches love 3rd downs, and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know, got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
Ball taken in at the 36. And it gets him something back on that return. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield. This one returned for 11 yards. And it'll be Seahawks football. Football on that 47-yard line, 1st down. Throwing off the play fake here. That's taken in by Cup. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That's what they call staring down the gun barrel. You know as a quarterback, you're about to get absolutely blasted, but you've got to deliver an accurate throw just like that.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Throwing here, Darnold gets this to Fant. And he's brought down after a short gain.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. The Patriot offense making their return to the field. And their goal is going to be doubling that 7-0 lead they have so far. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And this one doesn't go far. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. May now. He'll get this to Henry. And that will not be enough for a first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. May. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. It's a pickup of 11. And that's a New England first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Going play action, May. Got him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And the Seahawks pick it up!
Well, you can just see the QB scanning, can't you? He's moving, he's looking downfield, but everything covered up on the back end. That 2nd and 3rd level defenders did their job, and what did it do? Well, free that pass rush up to strip the ball away from the QB.
Now Seattle all set to go here on offense. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
Smith and Jigba there to grab it. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Marcus Jones ranging over for the stop. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Fakes the handoff, now to throw. He finds Fant. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. He finds him 16 yards and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And that pushes them back, 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards, but Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Here's Darnold to throw. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
I'll tell you this, Kate, that's where you got to be on the same page with one another and get both ends of the play right to execute. both the protection and ultimately completing that ball. They certainly want that play called back.
Myers' kick is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
You know, you look at that third down play, looking back, and it really turns into a 3-point play. It's why situational work is so critical. Coaches talk about it all the time. Sure, you love the field goal, but man, they would have loved a touchdown more.
On the return, here's Gibson. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Patriots offense all set to go. And their defense held up after that fumble. Only gave up 3, so time for this offense to make it up to them. Get some points of their own. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from Gillette Stadium in just a minute. Back and ready now for the second quarter. It's Patriots football. They have second down behind the sticks. Fires right away, but incomplete. Trying to find Stephon Diggs. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. Throwing is May. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, that's a really good play. I know it doesn't get the first down, doesn't keep them on the field, but what it does is it keeps that defense honest. And I promise you, the next time in that situation, they'll have that run in the back of their minds.
Bryce Baringer on now to punt. Got 46 on his first punch, and this one's pushing a little more distance. Begins his return at the 16. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Big kick on that one, 62 yards. And they're going to take over possession. Receiver in motion, headed right. And he's going to take this one to the 25 before going down. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7. Running back sent in motion left. That's caught. Here's Zach Charbonnet. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Seahawks bringing out the punt team. Marcus Jones back to return for the Patriots. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Collects this at the 32. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And the Pats will take over. Here's New England, ready once again on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. May on 1st and 10. That'll be complete to Gibson. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the gun, a gift to Stevenson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, Kate, I like to call these body blows. Body blows. You got to be committed to running the football. Even if it doesn't move the chains, I guarantee you that wear and tear will pay dividends later.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
It's out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that, actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Another punt coming up. Bryce Behringer to do the honors again. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And this one ventures out of play on the fly. The question is where it's marked. Looks like they'll say the 17-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10. First play of the drive. Here's Walker. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running with Walker again. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one. Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when, just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. His work begins at the 31. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. Henry on the catch. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 3 now. Now a shotgun handoff to Stevenson. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a 3rd down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next 3rd down coming.
And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Running it again with Gibson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. He musters up 3 yards on the run. That sets up 3rd and 4. May now from the gun. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing 4th down coming up.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Seattle offense eager to get back on the field. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner, so hopefully this one has some better legs to it. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now an inside give to Walker. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. Walker hauls it in. That's a short gain of 1. And it sets up Seattle with 1st down. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Walker on first down. He'll cobble together a yard there. Milton Williams making the stop. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. He keeps it and takes off. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Gillette. The Seahawks trailing on the scoreboard. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Darnold. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's across midfield into Patriots territory. From the 45 on 2nd down. Pass complete to Walker.
That just might be a throw he regretted as soon as you let it go. I know that feeling. He was doing all he could to find a completion down the field, but they were all over that check down, ready to turn it into a negative play.
From the gun on 3rd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. So another punt coming up. Michael Dixon back out there. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. And that's out. We're just waiting for the spots. They're going to say it cleared the sideline over top the 14. The Patriots running their offense out there. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Makes the grab in bounds, left side. And he'll get it up to the 27. Timeout taken by the Patriots. They're 1st to 3. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. May looking to throw. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Reek Woolen.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing.
Don't try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Seahawks will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
The Seahawks are going to take over late in the half. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. He beams one deep right side. This one's knocked away, so that's incomplete. And now we've got a flag down. This may be against the offense as well. So the refs get him for holding, and that's going to back this offense up. Here's Darnold. Buys time, rolling right. He's keeping it. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Fits it through the middle. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Prior to first down, they decide to call a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. They are now set for 1st and 10. Darnold now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Timeout called by the offense, and with another timeout available, they could actually get another 2 plays if they work quick. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up 3rd down. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. His first kick was good, and his second looked from 35 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point. We've arrived at halftime with the Patriots in front after 2 here in Foxborough. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to Orlando. Turn things over to our buddy Jonathan Coachman in the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where it was the visiting Saints who were able to walk away with the road victory. 30-13, the final score. It was a terrific first half from the rookie number 3 overall pick, Drake May. He has a touchdown pass, and that amounted to the only touchdown of the game for either team
kick
thus
team out
far.
there as they send it away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. So as we get set to begin the third quarter, it's the Seattle offense who's going to be out there first. And their defense sure has kept this game close. Now it's time for them to come through, get some points for their team in this low-scoring affair. They give up the gut to Walker, and he's brought down for a loss.
There's just no question about it. He has the license to adapt a little bit, to diagnose plays because they trust his instincts. And there, well, it was all on display. Expert-level diagnosis going on to see a potential run and get in position to stop it behind the line.
And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You know, coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't.
Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And back-to-back takedowns behind the line of scrimmage set him up now with third down.
You know, one thing I noticed, Kate, coaching youth football, everybody wants their kid to play quarterback. That is, until they get knocked to the mat. And that's now 5 sacks in this game, let alone the number of times the quarterback's been flushed as well. Not everybody is built to play quarterback.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. Throwing here, Darnold. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. He's got it at the 24. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Hard to do better than that, a 66-yard punt. And it'll be their football. They've got first down from the 31. Gibson here from the gun. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
Here's Gibson on 2nd down. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
All I could tell him there was good luck. You get a safety all over a run like that, they could just smell it like a shark with blood in the water. And you feel fortunate if you're even able to get back to the line of scrimmage.
He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Well, your internal clock right there, it has got to be tuned up a little bit. Plenty of time. In this league, if you get 3 seconds to throw the ball and it's not out of your hands, that responsibility falls on you as a QB. But give some credit to the defense, who was able to get home and get the sack.
The Patriots have their punting unit out. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. He'll start from the 39. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. That one an impressive 57-yard kick. And it'll be Seahawks football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They go with Walker here. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
He's got to gain a 6 there. Kyle Duggar hauling him down. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. They go play action here. Connection made to Smith and Jigba. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Here's Walker running right. Is in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 3rd quarter lead. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Well, he found himself some space to work, and from there, all athleticism as he made his way in for 6.
You know, you run the ball down in the red zone, Kate, you're not always thinking touchdowns, right? Space is so hard to come by. But you're exactly right. His athleticism, his explosion, his speed, it puts 6 on the board for the offense.
They'll try to run it in. And he reaches the end zone, so they'll be up to a 7-point lead. So they stick with a hot hand partner, and he ends up adding 2 more on top of that touchdown.
I'd say 8 points is a pretty solid try's work for him.
Right.
And as long as he's producing, seeing the gaps, getting the pads down, getting those tough yards, feed that man the ball, he won't be denied.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. On the return, here's Gibson. And look at this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. The Patriots and quarterback Drake May ready to go once more on offense. And there's a couple of moments we're seeing here that I think he's not going to want to be reminded of after this game. Turnovers have just interrupted his performance in this one. Made it really tough for him and this team to get into and stay in any kind of rhythm. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Here's the pistol snap to May. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks. New slate of downs to approach here from the 40. On 1st down, it's Gibson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Tackle made by Ernest Jones. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5. On the toss, it's Stevenson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
May now on 3rd down. He's got the hook up to Bourne. And they're going to haul him him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on, and then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route. You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Seahawks are headed out, and we'll see Kenneth Walker. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. To the ground with Walker. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Staying with Walker. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tracked down by Robert Spillane.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Cover man is there, and he harmlessly knocks it away. Incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith and Jigba. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. Seahawks bring it out to punt team. And this one is away, and he got all of it and then some. Secures this at the 17. And he's brought down before the return gets far. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The New England offense running out now. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. To the air on first down, May. Hauled in by Bourne. And he gets him around 6 there. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Operating from the gun, here's May. Digs there to bring it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one gains 7. And the Patriots will have a first down. To throw, here's May. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44.
Well, the odds aren't great when you throw into double coverage. Normally you see one of the defenders make a play on the ball. 2 men nearby, and that's a missed opportunity for the coverage to make an impact play.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Everyone was set and at the line. The quarterback just didn't snap it before the play clock hit 0. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They'll run here following the penalty. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Going to the ground again on first. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39. They gain 14 on the play. And that's a New England first down. Made a throw it. Right side and into the hands of Douglas. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. This is the end of the 3rd quarter. It's the Patriots with possession, needing to erase that deficit in a hurry. 2nd and 3 now. From the gun, a give to Stevenson. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. Give him 3 on that gain. And the Patriots will have a first down. They go again with Stevenson. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5. Again, it's Gibson. Gets to space right side. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. And he made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Gotta think this is 4 down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. He'll get 3, but much work left for him on 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard on the gain there, and now it's going to bring up 3rd and goal from the 4. Throwing is May. And he's into the end zone for a New England touchdown. The Patriots take a 4th quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score in...
Well, we knew this was coming. All touchdowns are reviewed, especially late in a close game like this. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
No change to the call on the field. That play is going to remain a touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Patriots push their lead to 3. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Starting from the 5. Now bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. The Seahawks offense ready to get going once again. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Well, nothing very fancy about that. That's just a textbook curl route. I think they were running curl routes last century, and it's a play that works a high percentage of the time then, just like it did now.
And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Running with Walker again. And they're going to get him down just shy of midfield. Still a nice gain, though, up to the 49. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Darnold looking to throw. Flushed out now to his left. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Trust. Kate, it is such a big part of playing the quarterback position. Yeah, you got to trust you can make the right reads in the passing game, but sometimes these little runs that just get that 1st down, it gains further equity, further trust with your play caller, and most importantly, gives you a 1st down for the offense.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Inside give to Walker. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It's a gain of 6, and they only need half of that now on 3rd and 3. Walker now from the gun. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. An important attempt coming up here for Jason Myers. You better get all of this one. It's got a ways to go. Oh, this is going to be close, and it's no good. He hooked it too far left. And the deficit remains unchanged here in the 4th.
Kate, he's going to need a lot of support from his teammates after that one because he knows it. Everybody knows it. The game may have rested on that try, and that'll be one that's tough not to dwell on.
The Patriots headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Good field position for the Patriots as they get set for 1st and 10. Drive starts with a carry by Stevenson. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Stevenson with another carry. And this one does not go far. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. May. Cut by Gibson. And he's tackled for a short gain.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong, where I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on 3rd down.
So this one carries all the way to the sideline and out. No chance to make a play on that, and they'll take over at the 16-yard line. The Seahawks and this running back headed back out for a new series. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
It's Walker on the option. And he'll find the space he needs to get this up to the 25-yard line. Give him 5 yards to bring up a manageable 3rd and 1. Running left, here's Walker. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's results like that that drive coordinators nuts. Premature balding, gray, wrinkles, all of it, Kate. You call something conservative. The last thing you're thinking is you're going to lose yards on a 3rd and 1 run.
They're out now, ready to punt it. Michael Dixon will kick it away. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. Fair catch called for, and he brings it in. Looks like right at about the 29-yard line. We don't get a return out of that punt. And the Pats will take over. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Starting on the ground here with Stevenson. And he'll get it up to the 44. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
You call that 1st down running play. You don't always expect to get those kind of yards, but they'll take that every single time.
1st down throw for May. Buying some time right. He takes it himself. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A give left side to Stevenson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So after the 2-minute warning, another stoppage here. The defense is calling time. 1:55 to go. They're set up at the 35 now. First down, and they go right back to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there. Now we get another stoppage here. Just 1:52 remaining. The defense burns a timeout. Here's Gibson on second down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now the Seahawks are going to spend their third and final timeout. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Setting up to pass. And this one is dropped and incomplete. He had the pick in his hands, couldn't hang on. It's going to be 4th down.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Got all of it, and this is good! And now their lead will push out beyond a field goal.
So after that make, a field goal won't cost them a lead, but a touchdown still ties it, or likely probably puts them down a point. Okay, this is one of those moments where the defense now has clarity. They know what the stakes are and what they have to defend.
He stopped on the return at the 27. The Seahawks offense running out now. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here he is to throw. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
Walker hauls it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Seahawks in their hurry-up offense. They need to get everyone to the line. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a 4th down stand.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
With the win in hand, they'll take the knee and let this clock run out.
There's still some time to bleed off the clock, but the important factor is that the defense is helpless to stop it. You could just run that clock down as far as you're able and take off every single second. Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So as they've done so many times before, Brock, the Patriots take the win here at Gillette Stadium. And they're stacking momentum right away this season as they begin the year 2-0. So that puts a bow on this one. For my partner Brock Heward and everyone involved on our crew, I'm Kate Scott signing off. This has been another presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Patriots emerge as winners, as with that, we'll sign off from New England.